Clams are one of the most commonly prescribed exercises for glute strength, and I don't use them. And I'm going to share with you in this video why and what I use instead. So the reason why I don't use them is because we want to be able to understand the anatomy of the body and what we're trying to strengthen. So when we're being asked to strengthen your glutes, you've got to look where the glutes are. So they're going to be on the back side of the pelvis, and they go from the top side of your hip all the way down to your leg bone. There are three of them: a glute minimus, a glute medius, and a glute maximus. And we're going to be talking about the minimus and the medius because their job is to move your leg out to the side and back again, which is called abduction, abduction. But when that leg goes out to the side, the other side is held steady so that you don't create a pattern of dropping your hip out to the side. Now, if you've been told that you need to strengthen your glutes, and often being given the clam exercise to do that, it's because there's weakness there that is producing a faulty movement in your pelvis, so a disruption to the height of the pelvis, and potentially pain around things like a sacroiliac joint dysfunction, sometimes hip things going on. There are multiple reasons why it would be prescribed. Now, when we do a clam, if you don't know what a clam is, it's when you lie on your side, your legs are together, about a 45-degree angle forward, and you open the top knee away from the bottom knee. So what that is doing is that it is turning the leg bone inside of the hip joint into a spin, what we call external rotation. Now, the main muscles that make that leg spin are not the glute minimus and medius or even maximus. There are smaller muscles that are closer to the joint that are specifically designed for turning the leg out. Now, we are not walking through space in a turned out leg. We are trying to walk through space in a leg that is going forward and backward. So to strengthen the glute rotators, external rotators, is not going to solve the problem of stabilizing the pelvis and the femur, so the hip and the leg. And that is why I don't like to use the clam as an exercise. So what do I do instead? It's very similar, but a little bit more effective for the purpose. So there are different tools that you can use, and I will show them all. But basically, same action, you lie down onto your side, and what we're going to do instead is, instead of spinning the leg up, you're going to levitate the leg. So it's in a horizontal plane and then lowering down, because this is the action. We're going to move the leg away from the body into abduction and then lowering the leg back down again. So I begin people in this range, in a 90-degree angle, a short position, because that's where we're going to get most effective and get the pattern correct in the body. The progression would then be to add a little bit of support. Now, the support in this case, I just have a cushion, and all it's doing is giving my brain information. It's like, okay, I can feel where the cushion is, so I'm just going to press gently up into the cushion. The cushion weighs almost nothing, but it's the feedback, the information, the proprioceptive feeling of what my skin is feeling to my brain to know, oh, that's where I'm pushing. It's also going to tell me if I go too high with that leg, that something's going to happen. So I need to give it as a guide or a barrier. Now, you can do the same thing and make it more progressive over time using a heavier surface. So this is a cork block. So cork blocks weigh more than your normal yoga foam block. So then it's going to give the resistance of the training to your leg. And that every time we add resistance, of course, is just going to amp it up. But you don't need to start with resistance. And then the final one, which I won't demonstrate now, but is very simple, would be to put the band across the legs at the height of your knees. And then as you're lifting up, there will be the stretch that goes with it. So that is the movement that I prefer to do instead of a clam, because it's going to target the glute minimus and medius, which are the glute muscles that I'm trying to stabilize or strengthen to support my pelvic to femur connection. So it's a little bit controversial, I know. You know what, I'm going to be honest, it doesn't even feel safe sometimes for me to share this information because I know there's a lot of opinions out there and I respect their opinions, but in my experience and practice, this is the most effective that matches the biomechanics and the function of what it is that we do through life. I hope you found this useful. I hope you have a little drop of awareness into your mind now the next time you're going to be doing the exercises that you have been given. Again, just a reminder, this is not saying a clam is bad, but you've got to understand what it is that you're doing it for and what the effectiveness is of the glute that you're trying to strengthen. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, do all of those fun things. And I look forward to bringing you another controversial subject sometime soon. Have a beautiful day.
Are you coming to say goodbye?
Yes!